Welcome back. Last session, our adventurers delved deeper into the Bleeding Tide's hidden lair beneath Mangagoy, swiftly overcoming grotesque creatures and clever traps. Joined by the stealthy rogue Ephi and Kothar, a cleric of Aurion, the group outsmarted a potentially dangerous kitchen crew without drawing blood. But behind secure doors, they encountered fierce resistance from the powerful duo Sarla Vask and Aldrek Venmire. After a fierce battle, the villains fell, but not without revealing cryptic messages about secret shipments marked Eventide, hinting at a deeper conspiracy involving Mangagoy's elite. With locked chambers still unexplored and hidden networks yet to unravel, the party stands on the brink of uncovering dark truths. If they survive, what awaits in the shadows. And just as a quick refresher, you guys just finished that battle. Bring you to the battle scene that you guys are on. I will zoom in on my streamer screen. We'll go ahead and start that slow little clock advancing. You had just defeated the two that were in that little room. I believe you already looted the bodies. You took the, I think you found a key on Sarla. Yep. That is the drift globe that yep. Let me I don't think it ever was just a static, but I can double click on it and click on that. Click on light animation. Oh, it's it may be because stuff is actually starting to work now. Yeah, it's the animation is ganky to begin with. So, you guys are doing some looting, I guess. So there were some keys on Sarla's body. Yeah, so Sarla's got 3 keys on her that need to be looted. Yeah. So you do see a passageway with doors heading to the south, as well as a door that's right next to Batrock. It is quiet. The wall to the north of you appears to be thick stone based off of what you guys saw outside, with thinner stone walls inside where you're currently at. Okay. Yeah, please do a seek action. Basic. Yep. Yeah. Blind perception or seek action is going to give you the same bonus regardless on there. How much are you willing to, like, the search? Are you, like, going to take his clothes off, or are you going to... Um, so he's got that kind of cloak thing on around his armor. Um, in the inside of the right breast of the cloak, you find a. I'm actually going to click on his target, and he's going to tell you that you find a small metallic pin depicting a wave of crimson droplets encircled by a black dagger, which is indication that's a mark of the bleeding tide. Well, as you continue searching, you saw that, and as you move the cloak a little bit, you see something just coming out the front. Looks like a tattoo just underneath his Adam's apple that's currently covered up by armor. Okay. You definitely recognize it. It's the gold skull overlaid with a broken circle. It is definitely. Um, it appeared to be a tattoo, but it's actually a brand on his chest. And with the rest of your searching, because of how well you did your perception, how well your perception is, on his left forearm, hidden beneath the clothing, is a black tattoo shaped like a stylized crescent moon pierced by 3 drops of blood. Unknown marking that you have no clue what faction or affiliation it belongs to. Sure you can. Um, Go ahead and roll an underworld too. Um, no, you've seen the crescent moon. You've seen crescent moons before. That's the symbol of Lunara. But you've never seen a moon pierced with blood before. You don't know what the faction is, but it probably seems diametrically opposed to whatever Lunara is. Yes, 10. Okay, so I'm gonna advance the clock the first 10 minutes because I saw that first set of healing go out. Um, no, those were So you did identify the ring. Are we going to be doing another treat wounds during the next 10 minutes also? Yeah, so bingo. Go. Are you guys going to wait the extra 10 minutes for the next identify then? But I see Karnak is going to check out some doors. Okay. Um, no, there is not. So Karnak, while they're working on that, go ahead and roll a seek while they continue talking. Okay. The door is not locked. It is a thinner wooden door compared to some of them that you saw around, like the ones coming from down the stairs, the one that's locked going into that big area up to the north. You hear the gentle inhale and exhales of breath beyond the door. But besides that, no other noises whatsoever from that door. Yes, it does. Uh, so hover over the door and use the shift key and roll your mouse button up. Nope, that's not working, huh? That's how you rotate your token. But I thought if you were hovering over the yeah. Let me look at something really quick. Sure. Go ahead. Just it's the basic action macro, recall knowledge at the bottom. It's the one that looks like a Pathfinder symbol. It will give me everything that you have, and I can choose the highest. Yeah, yeah, and that's gonna show up in your who Hans, you had somebody targeted. Why did you have somebody targeted? Yeah, when you roll the basic action macro, you want to make sure you don't have anybody targeted or selected. Yeah, and you don't know what's up with the lizard. That's how well you did that recall knowledge. Um, um, ew, Ephi, you didn't get anything either, but I will let you know that, Kothar, you know that Orcus is one of the demigods in the Abyss. He is considered the demigod of undeath. He is he provides power to necromancers, liches, those types of things. Okay, go ahead. Probably squirreled away in your notes somewhere, but not off the top of your head. No. Uh, you mean, let me see if I can find. You mean the vision that you had of this guy? He is one of Orcus's jailers. He's basically Orcus's jailer. Um, So, Karnak, you do see 2 beds with what appears to be objects on them in there. You can't identify what's on the beds, but there's something on each of the beds. Oh, you could easily jam locks, whether or not you'd be able to get back. I would actually, you could jam it, but you probably would not be able to unlock it from your side after you jammed it either. Yes, you would. It would be just like a lockpick check. So well, you can just hit the letter. You could just hover and hit the letter Z also. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I am pulling up my OneNotes and I'm adding that to my notes right now. Okay. Yeah, it is. It shouldn't look like that. You see 2 individuals on the beds. One. Yep. And another. The gnome is bloodied, bruised, and unconscious on the northern bed. The priestess, you don't see any evidence of external damage on her, but she is also unconscious on the bed. Sure. You see pretty much what looks like the evidence that he went through a thorough beating. No slashing type damage. It's all pretty much bludgeoning type damage to his body. He appears that he got pretty much knocked silly. He looks he doesn't look like he's going to bleed out. But he is it appears that he's been knocked unconscious probably as a result of whatever he went through. She is half elfin. Well, when you reach to take her hand, she has shackles on her wrists that have they've got runes all around them. And as you go to reach out to touch her hand, if something feels odd to you. I'm going to just roll the basic action macro recall knowledge, because that will give me a couple checks that it's like, because I can't put both of them up in the same time. Yes, you're if you touch it, you feel the feeling you have from Aurion with you continuously is like a warmth. As you touch the shackle, it starts to go away. You let go of the shackle, it comes back. I'm going to put two checks in chat for you. I'm going to do the first one. So go ahead and do the 8 action so we can drag that over to his character. I do need to check. Oh, okay. So you're gonna do that one. Yeah, that's just a regular hard for your level. Except I will never let you go to a critical failure from a failure. Yes, because hero points are supposed to be heroic. I would like you to please roll that saving throw. As you're trying to force the shackles apart, you feel the power from Aurion going away, and you just fight, and you take your hands off, and you try the shackles again, but you got to take your hands off because after finally getting a connection to something, you don't want to lose it. And you're not able to make a concerted effort to be able to get the shackles to break apart without potentially ruining that. The gnome's not shackled. He's not tied up or anything. He's just tossed on the bed. Okay. Go ahead and target him. Okay. I'm gonna. Are you gonna re-roll it? It's not gonna kill him. That. Yeah. As you do your wonderful treat wounds on him, he comes to consciousness. Yeah, at the end of the 10 minutes. Okay. So Batrock, you aren't able to figure the dagger out. You can't make another check for 24 hours. On the dagger. As he comes up, he coughs, he spits out a little bit of blood, and sees the light that's being emitted from Tion right there, and I actually have to look at something. Where is my... I have a document. Nope. Nope, I was just making sure he wasn't a personal NPC of anybody. And he's not. No more! No more! You sure? Sarla? Uh, uh, Well, I'm alive. Well, thank you. Uh, Priestess, is she okay? Well, they treated her. Well, I think it's worse than me. They bound her wrists with those cursed shackles and sealed away her magic somehow. And then she tried to resist, and they poured something down her throat, and then she fell asleep. Never saw them before. All I heard them saying is that she's valuable, some special magic they could tap into, or maybe something to do with her faith or something like that. Never said exactly what, but they kept her restrained, treated her like a tool instead of a prisoner. No, there is not. You look them over, you spend enough time looking at the shackles, trying to break them apart. There is no keyhole. You can't figure out where they would separate. You don't see any place where the metal would separate from one side from another. Any of that on there. Yes. Um, he got. You can do that too. But I'm going to have. So Hans, just go ahead and roll an Arcana check. Do your crafting check while I get my dog off my lap. It's trying to push me away from the computer because I'm talking to you guys. So, Hans, similar. You get the feeling of something similar to an arcane lock has been placed on these shackles by your Arcana check. Just the magical people around that you've seen lock their chests or their little bookcases to keep people away from their diaries. You've got the same sense from the shackles as you do when they lock those devices up. So they seem to be magically locked. Batrock. They're they are magical. Again, the markings on the shackles, the shackles are kind of like a figure eight. But there's a line. If you were to follow the line around the edge of the shackles that goes around the shackle, just like some runic engraving, it goes from the outside of one of the shackles to the inside of the other, all the way around the inside and then back around. It looks like it's like a continuous weave of runes that it's almost disconcerting when you look at it, because it's almost like the shackles are tied in a knot, even though they're metal and rigid. It seems like they're somehow knotted. It's just weird when you're looking at them, but definitely magical. From what you guess, from what the gnome said and what you've observed and what Kothar had happen to him, they probably have a way of restricting at least divine energy. You have one guard standing by. Actually, both guards are standing up at the top of the tunnel. It would take you about 2 people. It would take you probably 2 to 3, probably 3 to 5 minutes to carefully get her up to where the guards are to start heading back. Are you gonna let the gnome go while you do that? Yeah. If you're taking her, can I go with you? Okay. And he. Oh, I'm my name's Quinrick. Quinrick Ironflame. I'm just a tinker. Don't know why I got caught up in it. They were worthless. They thought I was hiding something vital. Something about city defenses, movements, secrets from City Hall. I kept telling them I didn't know anything about that, but they didn't believe me. He appears to be too beat up and semi-incoherent to lie. If that makes sense. Yeah. Yes, you are. And why did I put his token in enemies? Yes, you are. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm just... Okay. And so, yes, you are. That again, that's about 5 minutes. I'm just going to make them invisible. And from there, I will let you continue on from your time. Yeah, we'll get him to City Hall. We'll try to come back or send somebody back to guard this entrance so you don't get backdoored. And with that, they start taking the 2 of them out of the sewers. It's up to you guys now. On that door? Yeah. You hear nothing at all behind it, and it does not appear to be locked. And it does not appear to be trapped. Another hallway with 2 more doors. Um, Again, total of silence behind that door, not locked. The door says empty bedroom. Um, no, that room does not look like it has been used in a while. There's nothing on the desk. A cursory search over about 5 minutes or so shows nothing of real interest in there. That same thing. Pretty much. It looks like these rooms were set aside for maybe higher ranking visitors or something, which seems odd considering it's a bandit hideout. It Something feels off about it, but really can't tell. They're set up nicely for being in a bandit hideout. Um, it's a storage room. It does have odds and ends in there. You could probably spend 15-20 minutes probably to find something useful, but this looks like pretty much junk. It's got like bedspreads, pillows, little bits of candles, stuff like that. It looks like basically just the dumping ground for these little rooms. So, so do you guys check the stairs out or not? Okay. Well, I'm just going to tell you, you look straight up the stairs. There appears to be a trap door right above there that leads out of the out of the sewers. It was not on the map that you got here by. Huh. That door does not unlock. Hmm. Well, I am going to just make that thing invisible to you. There was a macro. You hover over the door, and there's a macro that I had you put on your bars last time. Let me click. It's in the macro folder under player macros. It will be I swear I put those in. It's in locks. It's in locks. So if you open the macros directory, there's a directory for lock. The pick lock one and the break lock one are there. Uh, so how's the party proceeding? So down at the far left-hand side of the screen, there's a little folder that says macro directory. You click on that, and then there's a folder inside of it called locks. The two you would need would be break and pick. And just hover over the lock and then type the number in for the whatever macro number it's on your bar as. Um, you did pick the lock. Only in combat. So the door unlocked. Yeah, that was a very good number. Yeah, I forget what I even set the DC at, but I set it very high. So in this room, you have an upper bunk bed that underneath it is a desk area with a locked chest next to it. So I want to know who went clicky clicky on the chest first. So who was that? Ephi. So Ephi. Oh, don't worry. You'll probably know exactly what it was in just a second. Um, Second. Oh, got the wrong one. Yeah, so let me get it out here so I can target you with its attack. Wasn't planning on. Here we go. T. It does this. So you hear a little spring and a click when you jiggle on the lock. And why are you not letting me click the attack? I know, but you would still take some damage from it. And it missed you on its way out anyway. A little needle almost looks like a quill of a porcupine came shooting out of there. You have seen those before. That would take a seek action, or a thievery check. So the thievery check is in there. Doesn't have to be. I'll just trigger it again if it was triggerable. Yeah, it's jammed. I mean, there's no other needles in there. It looks like it has to be reset every time that they lock the chest. And Ephi, you realize the same thing when you go through to do the with the thievery check with your tools and try to pick around at it. It's enough to determine that, hey, it's no longer trapped, but not a high enough thievery check to actually get the lock to open. So you could do the pick lock. So again, you would hover over it and use that pick lock macro to attempt it. That right there is a little barrel. It has been cleaned off. There is a quill and a dried bottle of ink in one of the drawers, but there is no paperwork at all or anything left on the desk. So the macro's not working. So I will go. There we go. I need to look at that. I need to see what I set the key. Oh yeah, you critically succeeded on that, so it definitely unlocks. So I am going to click that button. It is unlocked once I click update. It should say unlocked. Just a second, let me try it now. It says it's unlocked. It says it's unlocked. Don't please stop clicking it for a second so I can I'm trying to see what the issue is because I have it marked as unlocked. We're gonna go there. Nope, it's not there. Lock and key. I'll make it not even lockable anymore. If I right click on it, it says it is unlocked. Somebody else try to. Okay, so what I'm gonna watch. So I'm gonna do this. Boom. And then I am gonna go and drag another one out. I have this chest saved. Boom. Shift, oops. I deleted it. Oh, it's still there? Yeah. But this, what are you going to try to invest? Um, Eric, it takes as long as it would take you to don the item to invest it. So, half a second, yes. It's not like the big, 5e in attunement. Yeah, it's just the thing with Pathfinder, you can only do 10 of them. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we still have some, looks like some stones and one more potion in there. It's a little flashbang. So whoever's vibe checking the door, go ahead and roll your roll for the vibe check. Um, Uh, it you don't hear anything behind the door, but doesn't have a lock. You do have a small acrid smell coming from underneath the door. Yeah, it does actually have a bath in it. A small bath, enough to. Yeah, origanomi. So that door is locked. Um, un- unlike the unlike the other doors that had little gaps around them, this door is solid to the floor and the ceiling. It's very well fitted and tight. It appears to be very, very thick also. With a seek action with a very high DC, possibly, you can always try. You hear thumping and mechanical type noises beyond the door. You hear muffled yelling words. You can't really figure out what's actually going on there, but there is some activity going on beyond that door. You right click on it. It should give you an option to put a key in. That's fine. We'll take care of it. Um, as you open up the door, you see a boat and watcher that the boat is in. You see multiple people on the boat. Looks like people are furiously trying to load or unload something. You can't tell directly which one it is yet. I am going to I will get the tokens shown that you can see now. Shift, 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 shift. Click, right click. I will give you the kind of layout that you see there. You see three individuals that are on the boat itself. They appear to be wearing sailing type garb. You see three people that are south of the boat. They appear to be moving crates towards the boat. And you see one individual back at a desk with his back turned towards you. So we are going to do shift, 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 shift. Oops, I don't want to put the dead people in initiative. But I would like you guys to roll initiative before I unpause the game. I will add you back there, Kothar. It should have started, but it didn't. I did start something. Hopefully it'll play. And we're up to combat. So let's go ahead and take our break right now before we actually start the combat. That will maybe give you guys some time to plan. You can just hit Z and it will pop the token around. Does that work? Okay. I am going to go ahead and swap screens, and I'm going to go refill my tea. I actually got a pot of water boiling right now. Hey, bye. Be back in a sec. Oh. Who died? Died on what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yep. Yep. For Kothar. Very good job on that lockpick there. I wasn't planning on you guys getting into that room yet. Yeah. So the DC was 26. Yeah, an incredibly hard DC for a level 2 character. I based it off of who locked it. Yep. Good. I probably should update all my applications. Don't need sleep. I do have help this week. Some of my students that were when I was teaching, I did a creative writing class using role-playing games. So they have been designing mini bosses for you this week to give to me. Yep. Oh no, these are for these are for down the road bosses. This is for yeah. It gives them a way to have a little bit of fun. They're high school students. Uh 14 to 18. That bracket's fine. It's when they started sticking me with the 7th and 8th graders that it became a um yeah, then we got a brand new admin, so I'll just retire. Better for me. Yep. And that way I can have fun. I can play. I could be a GM 6 days a week. Uh, yep. Something's wrong here. Oh, trust me, the only way that you could plan for 6 sessions a week is if you have OCD. Yeah. Okay, I've got 2 people off. Yep, 1, 2. Okay, I was off by 1 picture. As people arrive, we will fix that. So, oh, I see what's wrong. I forgot to put that guy in. No, I've got another screen that I'm working on right now. Setting up for the aftermath. Just got to do some clicks to select some tokens. A priestess. That's how it's so that you don't see all my GM stuff. Yeah, otherwise when I'm playing around with walls and all that stuff, you can see all that. But it's basically it gives a player view of the screen. There's more, so between Monday when I get done and your session, I've got about a day and a half to do work, and then when I get done Thursday, I've got another day and a half to do work before my Sunday stream. That's when I've been slowly adding things, getting things working better. Like I have all of the stream overlay cards for your hit points, which are going to come into play really nice in this battle coming up. Because you can't really see how many hit points the characters have from the stream screen. But when I pop the overlay up, it makes it nice and easy to see what your hit points are. And it's dynamic. So as long as I have the popped out window open and on top of another screen, I have it over like the right hand third of Discord, so I can still see you guys talking. But if I have to have the overlay screen open, otherwise it doesn't update in background. But I figured that out. Oh, I'm back. My streamer's back, so we're waiting on Bat Rock. And while we're at it, I will pop up my thingy here and get my chat at the bottom. Oh, they got another they didn't do that again, did they? Okay, please do. Um Okay, let's go ahead and get going so we can hopefully get this battle done before tonight's over. So as you pop the door open, you guys knew there was activity going on back there. You definitely can see as the door pops open that they are loading stuff onto the boats. This guy right here, he drops the crate that he was carrying. He immediately pulls out his crossbow, and he is going to try to make it's the darkness that he's in. And that means he will get his only shot. And he is missing, so that brings us up to this guy. He drops his crate. He is big. He is burly. Yes, he you see him drop the crate and tighten up the gauntlets that are on his hands. He is going to do the same thing. He is going to ask Timora's assistance. And Timora says, and he just reaches out and punches at you with his spiked metal fist. I'd so you ain't going nowhere there, Tion, because you are grabbed. That's your turn. It's an auto grab, yes. With that gauntlet, it's immediate strike plus ain't going nowhere. Oh, nope. Never, nope. We're getting rid of that because I also put I put it down as an action. It's in there as an action. And not the way I have the battle set up. Otherwise, it is way worse than extreme. Oh yeah. Okay. It took me. I did about 3 hours of mock-up battles to try to figure out what I wanted to do here. I had people playing your characters. Yeah. Drops the netting that he had on the boom, getting ready to send back to the other side. Draws his sling, and because he sees that the other two have taken action there, you have partial cover. Where's my cover? There it is. I am going to select you. Yep, but I need to do it. Yep. So, and he is going to use his sling at you. Missing, and this guy is just gonna miss twice. And so Karnak, I'm gonna get rid of your cover, and it's up to Batrock. You are up. You look through there. Yeah. From Batrock going, I need to check the cover thing. If it's that she has two pepper boxes, one in each hand. Well, one in each holster. She also has a rapier on her. Just to let you know that. Let me check the settings that I have set up for auto cover. It may be taking into account. It may be taking into account tokens providing cover, and it did. So it may refresh the screen. No, it didn't. So unselect her and then retarget her. See if it pops back up. You don't have cover for her. Because yeah, that straight line misses the door that's wide open. Yeah, she's elevated, yeah. Go ahead and roll that critical hit, Batrock. You're doing it again. Oh, did you? No, okay. Boom! She immediately drops the rapier that she was going to take, and you see her reaching for both pepper boxes. Those are leggings. Oh, yeah. What do you want to know about him? His birthday, mother's maiden name, any of that? I'll let you ask that. Yeah. He does not have any reactions. Well, yeah, no unique ones. Yeah, so um okay. And that brings us up to the other cutthroat who is going to be dropping his netting, making the two sling attacks on Karnak there. Actually, yeah, he knows Karnak has to come up pretty soon. So he is going to do that. What you doing? What do you think you're doing? You can't do none of that around here. And fails. So he wasted his created aversion did not work. And he will then just do a single sling attack at Karnak. The little rock that he tossed at you kind of bangs off the top of your head there. Go ahead and take that damage. Little Tion, you're up. Let's make sure that I'm sure it did. I want to make sure that it has it as off guard. Yep. So go ahead and roll the second damage. And I will apply both of those. Did not show me my... Here's the other card. So that brings us up to... Yeah, brings us up to the guy that was carrying this big crate right here. He's just going to reach out and touch you. If I can select him, he has just a club in his hand. He's just going to Boom. And boom. He's trying to hit you as you're doing your flurry, and he can't quite figure out how to make connection to you and your crane stance. Karnak. He looks quick and fast. You can hover over his token now. Yep. Go ahead and do damage. Between the flurry of blows and your twin strikes and the backup hit, he hurt. He's looking hurt. He was not anticipating fighting a battle today. Kothar. Oh yeah, he like I said, he's like, oh, he's used to flicking off the little rats. He was not anticipating the pure bruteness that was coming in. He really didn't look to see that there were 6 of you guys. He just saw the 2 at the door and yep. Go ahead. With your nice toothy smile there. Your twin toothy smile. Oops, I forgot to go back to my go back to the game screen. There we go. Yeah, he does. Okay. Now, that's all you're doing, Kothar? Yeah. He doesn't look like he's backing down. Actually, you knocked him back into the windlass that's right there. I mean, the boom crane. He looks punch drunk right now. Basically, you got him on the ropes. Well, oops. Don't want to do that. I was moving 2 tokens at once, so I need to go back. There we go. And select just the 1 token. Actually, no. She's... Yeah. So, she's gonna go boom. She is gonna go boom. And target boom, because she has 2 of them. Yeah, she gets the map, but and she didn't fatal D8 that one. Yeah. Yeah, she saw you lose your crane stance, Tion, and basically she's trying to do as much damage as possible. After she makes her 2 shots, you see the guy that's back here in the corner. He is grabbing papers off of the desk. He is sticking stuff inside of his cloak, rapidly trying to basically grab a bunch of stuff. Hans, you are up. Yeah. Dang, how do you guys learn all my tricks? Trying to give theme appropriate loot. Yeah, it should just be the basic action macro treat wounds. Yeah, well, it does. If he clicks if you just click the basic action macro, click the treat wounds, it will do all the automation for you. It calls the right macro. You just treat wounds. Boom. There we go. That looks pretty. A whole 3. You can only hero point that D20 before. Yeah, target yourself. Just think. There you go. Ephi. Yeah, and yep. He's got that wonderful club in his hand. Well, you got that one out of your system. Okay. Oh. We're going to go here, 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 and... reload, shoot, and reload. So Hans, please take that damage. Oh, you can block. You can block it first. Click block if you want to, and then you can send the damage. Okay. And that brings us up to Shirley. The last one to pummel Shirley was... yeah. But... he's not even picking up that hammer that he has on his waist. He's just striking out. Because he hit you last time, didn't he? No, he hit Karnak last. No, he hit you last time, didn't he? That was, oh, it's Tion he hit, so he's got to start over again. So he is going at you with the glove. And then you ain't going nowhere. That's 2. And he's gonna make a full strike, full map strike at you. And barely miss. He missed because you frightened him. Yep. It's better than me rolling just a D2. That macro is awesome, or that add-on is awesome for that. And I'm going to change some of the, I'm going to come up with my own images. So the first one just totally blows right by you, but the second one... not yet. You're up, Batrock. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that hurt.
Oh.
Yep, I'm going to select him and...
Oh.
Actually, it's not letting me, target the splash. Let's try it again. Yeah, I'm going to make this guy take the one. Okay, sorry, I was trying to get the overlay working again. He looks like a bandit. He looks like he's trying to run. All you can tell. Okay. That brings us... What?
Ah.
Okay, he sees 3 of you. Boom.
Oof.
Yeah, the little knock on the head, he just does another one there for you. And there's one more. So Karnak, go ahead and take that other one. Tion, you are up. I would say that she's going to have some, because if you look at the line between the two of you, it's going right through that boom right there. Okay, that would get rid of the cover. And as you do that, she drops to the deck. Her gun skittering across the deck. I made it invisible so you guys didn't see it to move it. There you go. That was a nice heal. Thank you for healing the Corsair Raider. And that brings us up to a bandit that I'm going to... That's what you said you did. Let's go here. And we're going to go here. Then go. Bandito. That is that one. He just had Ephi come up behind him, so he's going to target Ephi. Okay. And he's just going to try to strike you twice with his club. Yep. He missed on the first one. Okay, and... Oh, come on. You could have rolled a little bit over. And then he's not feeling good about this. He sees that the Corsair Raider went down. His boss is about ready to go down. He goes there for his thing. Do Hans or Ephi, either of you have a reaction? Okay. Karnak. Yep. Oh, yeah. So go ahead and grab that effect, put it on your token. Go ahead and roll damage. Yes, Shirley is on the ground. Dead. I will... You can get to, like, right there. It's not letting me ping. You can get to right here. Beside it. Yeah, you can, yeah, the boat is level with the ground. So you... Yeah, I would, if you wanted to go, I would have to move the token for you because I do have a wall because I don't want to bring the guys off the boats. But with a very, very easy DC check as part of your movement, I would let you get up on the boat there. You want to get towards him? Okay, so you could go. So let me show you. If you want to get as close as you've got 2 actions left, right? You can get right there. You go that way. Okay. You want me to just go ahead and hit space then? Kothar. Yeah, he is dead. I just took it off. Go ahead and take your healing. Thank you for healing, Shirley. Yep. Go ahead and give yourself the 11. Let me do this. Okay, why aren't you letting me do that? That's your turn. That means the guy in the back is up. He is going to take a step action. Going next to that little bridge there. Didn't quite do it enough. Try it one more time. So he did a step action to go to here. I've got to get the right selector up. He kicked the bridge in the water as an action. And then you hear him yell, "To me!" as he takes a move action. Hans, you're up. Oh, there's all sorts of projectiles all over the place here. Barely missed.
Yeah.
Misses. Okay, that brings us up to Ephi. Go ahead and critical with your little claws there. Oh. So that's 2. Yes. I would hope so. All right, blah, blah. So go ahead and roll that diplomacy check. Make sure he's targeted. He smiles at you. Haha. Okay, just a second. I need to see if it automatically applied it, and okay, okay, that would be your turn. Bringing us back up to the bandit that's in the chateaus. Yes, the chateau. And that means Ephi. Nope. Reload, shoot. Reload. That's his turn. Bringing us up to the cutthroat that is next to Tion. So he is going to... I'm gonna maybe do a 2 action. Yeah. He's gonna target Tion. And he is going to slice at you with his dagger. And misses. He was going to steal, if you had a potion on you, he was going to steal your potion. And then he will go to there, ending his turn. That rock. Should be able to target him. Let me check something out really quick on Cap. Okay, so the captain is a linked actor, so let me find him. Okay. That works. Okay. He reloaded last turn. Okay, go ahead and do your damage and make sure to do any extra if you're supposed to. Holy schmoly camoly doly. We're going to do that. And we are going to do that. If you crit fail, you can't do it. You can't do it again. Yeah, regular fail. I don't got an issue. What do you want to know about him? Fortitude. I will drag it on him in a second. Okay. Cutthroat. He reaches down with his dagger and cuts the ropes that are tying the boat to the shore. Want to make sure I'm going. Let me try that again. On. Oh, that's why. It's supposed to start moving, but it's not letting me type in the number. Oh, it did. It moved back. I've got to keep the sheet open. It slowly is starting to move. And I will click close. Nope, it's bouncing back for some reason. It's slowly moving towards the right. And if you look out towards the right, there is actually like an arch that the water can go through back behind there. It moved like 5 feet to the right. And he is going to, for his second action, gotta select the actor thingy. He is going to go here, and he is going to try to make just a quick jab with his dagger. Because he cut with the rope, I'm going to use a map. But I did not target. I need to target. Use the map.
Yeah.
And misses you, Tion, bringing us up to your turn. Yes. Actually, I forgot to do something, but that's okay. It's on me. Both missed. It only hit because you have him grabbed. So as you hit him, he reaches inside of his cloak, grabs a potion, and becomes invisible. It's the wrong one. No. Nope. He is still grappled, but he's invisible. Until his turn, until he succeeds, or if he doesn't succeed, he'll still be invisible right there. But if he succeeds, he will be... maybe. That brings us up to you, Karnak. You saw him disappear. You saw Tion reach over, grab, and then try to buff it with the wings, and then the guy just disappeared. Yeah, bridge is in the water. Yeah, you are a +8. So go ahead and roll that basic action macro jump. Yes, long jump. I'm going to move your token. Whoop. There's... So that was two actions. Yeah, you still roll the attack like normal, and it will roll the flat check for you. Yep. You can't re-roll the flat check anyway. Yep. So that would be your third action. Kothar, you are up. Okay, you're gonna have to go around, and let me see how much it would take you. 5. It will take 2 actions. Yep, take you 2 actions to get there. That's on me. Okay, well, that movement was there. Okay. And the second, then he can escape. He doesn't have to stand to escape. Okay, so it's his turn. So action 1, prone. Action 2 is going to be escape. And action 3 he crawls into the water. He basically rolls into the water. And with his remaining swim speed, makes it there. But he is no longer invisible currently because he took a hostile action to escape. So you guys saw him. Basically, he escaped and he turned visible just as he dove in the water. Karnak, do you have an attack? Well, I already took that into account. Yeah, he's got a good swim speed. He is a pirate that's been practicing. But that would be the end of his turn. And we'll see how much damage he takes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Come on. Why is... Oh, there it is. Get rid of the grapple. Everything else. No, it won't. It'll nowhere near kill him. He is going to take that damage, and he is going to take that damage. And it's round 3. Hans, you're up. Oh, yeah, it automatically did it, so I didn't have to. Okay. So he's not at death's door. Boom! Ephi. Yep. The one in between you and Tion is flanked, yes. Oh, actually both of them are flanked off guard. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage. The off guard is what let you hit him. Nice damage. Yeah, he went from basically almost full health to basically being very, very hurt. And that takes us to round 4. Yep. So he gets 2 shots this round, since he only got 1 shot last round. It's going at Ephi. Shoot. Damage. Reload. Shoot. Gonna use nimble dodge. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, yeah. So go ahead and take that 4. Oh, you already took it, and that will end his turn. The cutthroat's next. He is going to. Oh, he's conflicted. Actually, we're gonna go shift. Yeah, he's conflicted right now. So he's gonna call on Timora. It says, Karnak, you are the lucky one. Actually, no, because he is not gonna. He's pulling his dagger out, and is going to actually. Boom. 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 I've got to do the drag because of the wall I put there, so he's gonna go boom, 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 and one shot with a dagger, trying to get you in between the ribs. And he misses. Bat rock. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Okay. That brings us up to this guy. You see him with his dagger that this guy already had his dagger out. He's going to be making 3 strikes. He's going to start with 1 strike at Ephi. Nimble dodge. Okay. Yeah, okay, so don't take any damage on that one. Why does... Okay, the guy in the shadow that shot you, yep. So I forgot to take it off of you. His second dagger. You see him stab the raider. And the third one, he swings to try to get T on. And that is his turn. Yeah, she is dead. As he does that, you hear footsteps coming from this general area, coming from whatever is behind that wall right there. And you see big, ugly orc dude Yes, for those of you that were briefed previously, this is Borak the Ox Jundar, one of Captain Drask's lieutenants. And he is no longer invisible or hidden or undetected. No. He was supposed to start at round 4 based off of my planning. And it is round 4 right now. For those guys, it may be too late for them. But, so, end of his first action, he is in the door. He sees that his boss is in the water. Cutthroats are backing away. The boat is slowly drifting to the right with the underground water current. He sees Karnak, and he is going to make his second movement action. And then... Oh, he is... Oh, sorry. He is on the turnover. There he is. He should be on yours now. And he is just going to make a big, huge sweep with his great axe at you, Karnak. Go ahead and take that damage, and it'll be Tion's turn after that. It's gonna take you 2 actions to get to the guy in the water, regardless of what you do. Let me go. Boom. 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 It's still It's still 2 actions. It's still 2 actions regardless. The boat is one square to the right, so it's basically right where Karnak is. When it gets to that Cutthroat's turn, it will be 2 squares to the right. Get back on land. Try to stab down. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't dead. And he is still not dead. And that brings us to Karnak. Okay. No, he does not have a reactive strike. Yeah. So go ahead and apply your healing. Kothar. I'll probably have to drag you because it let you. Good. Okay. Because he's like mostly buried in the water, I want you to make a -2 circumstance bonus. Actually, I'll just apply cover to him. That'll give you the same thing. Okay, go ahead and do your attack.
Ugh.
That was your 1, 2, 3, correct? Maybe. Many bosses get saving throws. Yeah. Of course. He said to me 2 rounds ago when they're just getting here. Oh, no. He was calling his people that were working. Yes. Yes. 2 actions. Target 3rd action with the club. Does all sorts of wonderful damage to you. Hans. One action to move at 60 feet. Okay, that brings us up to... Oh, let me go back to Ephi. I didn't see it at the bottom of my tracker. Yeah. Okay, Ephi, you are up. You got something bobbing in the water? Okay. I want to make sure so the guy right next to you. Okay, it's on him. Okay, and he's off guard. Yep. You hit because of your wonderful stuff. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that one. Your claws shred him. Awfully. You succeed. So, let me make you. Yep, it went on to him. So at the top of the round, the boat moves 5 more feet to the right. So the edge of the boat is right next to the cutthroat there. And the body moves 10 feet to the right, as it is just floating in the current. And now... And your favorite nemesis... Yes, it is 9 o'clock. And I know people do have to go. It is the top of a round. Yeah, it is the top of a round. That's a good place to stop. Yes. You are chosen. Yes, you are going to have medium cover on that. I'll go ahead and do it. It's yep, standard. It's on there. Yeah, I've got it. Oh, we both have macros on there. There we go. Okay. So I am going to end the stream really quick, just for a quick debrief.